I'm going to call the meeting in order. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ask for a moment of silence, please. Okay, I want to welcome everybody here, watching or will be watching. I asked anybody to get your phone, put it on silence, please. Today I'm going to do a roll call. I'm going to start with Commissioner Smith.
Here.
Mr. Stephen.
Here.
Mr. Culberson.
Here.
Mr. Collins.
Here.
And I'm here. Thank you, folks. I don't believe there's anything on public comment I've been made aware of. That being the case, I'll move on to administrative business. Right away, our acquisition.
Commissioners, we have, as part of the County Road 30 project, we had acquired some right-of-way. And while it's already been approved, and typically this would just be part of your normal check register, because there is the payment is to a trust, and one of the commissioners is part of that trust. I just, as openness, I wanted to have this pulled out and handled separately. It's for $8,000. And again, you've already approved it. It's just the finalization of it.
Okay.
So if I could have somebody make a motion to approve the $8,000 check for the right-of-way.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Discussion. Commissioner Smith.
Same.
Commissioner Stephen.
Aye.
Commissioner Culberson.
Aye.
Commissioner Collins.
Aye.
And I vote aye. Thank you. Mark, you have anything else for us?
No, that was it.
County Commissioners, y'all have anything for we move on? Go ahead,
Local
Doug.
Government Days on January 25th.
Yes.
That's out. Is any of the commissioners going? That's our regular meeting day, but it's going in the afternoon. I'm supposed to be on a jury trial. The 23rd is supposed to be 3 days.
I may be.
That doesn't sound exciting.
Yeah. So I don't.
I'm going to end up.
Well, I have a KCATA meeting that day.
I mean, it's good to go to.
Yeah.
I would like to go, but I just don't think I can commit because
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long we'll be tied up across the street.
I mean, I can go with you, not go to that meeting because I
Is that the Capitol?
attended all of them. But
Yeah.
Well,
I'll look at the calendar.
It doesn't matter. Once we close
No,
on
it's
the
not
side,
at the
Yeah.
we're just
So where's it
announcing
at?
It's at.
there could be a few of us going.
Right.
I don't have the, but it's not at the Capitol.
It's at Johnson
Hotel
County.
Convention Center?
No,
Right.
no, it's in Topeka.
It's in Topeka, but not at the Capitol.
Yeah.
but there's
It's at a convention center.
Yeah.
yeah, because
Okay.
there's some things I'd like to we need to
No,
discuss
it's
with
good
them.
to go. I'm going.
Well, we didn't know there may be more than two of us going, so we put it out there.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, we need to get signed to us.
Yeah, no. Anything else, Doug?
No, sir.
Okay. Mike, Jeff, Vicki? Okay.
I did have one question
Go ahead, Mike.
for Mark. I was looking at some of our old minutes, and the emergency order we had during COVID was open-ended. Did we ever have to end that?
Well, I think we wanted to leave it in place as long as there was emergency funding from the state, and I don't know that they've ever closed their
Officially
emergency
closed
order.
it,
I'd have to follow up on that, Commissioner.
Yeah. Just wanted to check on that.
Okay. Nobody else will go to a consent agenda. Any item need to be removed?
If not, Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion second. Any more discussion? Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Stevens?
Aye.
Mr. Colson?
Aye.
Mr. Collins?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Very good. Jeff, you've been on top of that lately, guy. Proud of you. I was surprised you've been like that. Okay, formal board action. Consider a motion to approve resolution 2022-28, a rezone from RR5 to RR2.5 located at 21420 203rd Street. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. One second.
Excuse me.
Commissioners, this is a request to approve Resolution 2022-28. This has been before you. This was a rezoning request from Rural Residential 5 to Rural Residential 2.5 on 203rd Street. You all had remanded it back to the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission did re-review this request, and they amended their recommendation from a recommendation of denial to a recommendation of approval. So I have that for you, and we'll answer any questions that you
Crystal,
have.
what was their reason for approving it this time?
The board had raised some points that this was for a family split and that it was in the floodplain, so the ability to develop it any further was fairly limited.
Okay.
Any other?
I don't have any.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve Resolution 2022-28, a rezone request from RR5 to RR 2.5 located at 21420 203rd Street.
Second?
Motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I
Go ahead,
think that
Ben.
this one here this was one that needs to be a rezone because it was outside the comp plan. All the rest of these that we do all these rezones for, that it's on the comp plan and it's 2.5 acres, I just don't know why we got to go through these rezones. Because I don't know what would happen if you deny one that's going against the comp plan. I mean, we're 2 years into the comp plan right now. We're getting ready to review it again. I believe the Planning Commission's reviewed it, and we're going to be reviewing it also with their recommendations. I just think it's time we adopt the comp plan as zoning. Now, this one here, it is outside. I think this one needed to go through the rezoning process. And it's got some unique things. If you can look on the map, well, Jeff's right there. Stranger Creek is right there by this property. Am I correct on that?
Yep.
And, I mean, so it's got floodplain issues. It's never going to be a whole bunch of 2.5 acre tracts. But anyway, that's just my opinion, because and our planning commission spends a lot of time going through these rezones that our comp plan says that's acceptable. Don't know how we fix it. Guess that can be brought up when we discuss our comp plan.
That's the best time to do
suggest
that.
If everybody's okay, we'll take another look at it then. Makes sense. We can take a look at it then. Okay. Mike?
One comment I'd make is I think we did a good job following our procedures. When the Planning Commission disagrees with the Commission, we should return it to them. And I think we should get into the habit of doing that. That's something we've been trying to do, but it's been on again, off again, sort of. But I think we followed the right procedure here.
I agree.
Okay. You had a motion and a second, Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Commissioner Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Stevens?
Aye.
Mr. Culbertson?
Aye.
Cos?
Aye.
And I vote aye also.
Well,
Okay.
Crystal, this is your last meeting with us, isn't it?
Sure is.
Well, we have
Don't smile so much. Come on.
completely
I'm
enjoyed.
choking back tears. Are you kidding?
Well, I've
We're gonna miss
completely
you.
enjoyed working with you and wish you all the best in your new.
I got a feeling we'll see her again.
I'm going to see her twice a month.
I echo. You're the first person I met I wanted to talk to when I was elected, and you took me by the hand, walked me through a lot of stuff that was different from county and municipal government. I really appreciate it. We're going to miss you, but we know where you're at.
Well, I appreciate it very much, and I appreciate each and every one of you, and I cannot tell you how much I have appreciated these last 8 years, and I will miss Leavenworth County very, very much. But you're right, I won't be far. I don't know
Well, you
how
take
much
care of yourself.
All right.
You ever heard the expression,
And-
never darken our door?
Yeah, you're going to be busy that anyway, Doug.
Keep sharing those photos of those babies.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'll have to on Facebook. Yeah.
Got it.
How long was it? 8 years?
8 years now.
Man, it seems
Start
like
with the
just yesterday.
internship and
Yeah.
Seems like just yesterday.
I know. Yes, it does.
The older you get, Jeff, the faster.
I know.
Amen.
There's a
It's
scientific
exponential.
reason for that. Okay. Well, thank you. There it is. Very much.
All right. Thank you.
thanks,
Good luck.
Crystal. Take care.
Okay. Let's start with Doug on anything you want.
No, the holidays have got us.
Yeah, that's true. Mike.
No meetings.
Met with the Lisa Hack and a couple people from the LCDC and had a good conversation about the what's going on down in DeSoto with the battery plant and some of the other issues that are coming up. And I did let them know about the work session that's coming up with the Port Authority. And I don't know if they're going to plan to attend, but I told them a lot of these issues would be discussed at that point. And just a good conversation.
Good. Anything else, Mike?
That's it.
Jeff?
I don't have anything this week.
Vicki?
Well, I had the KCATA last Wednesday afternoon, and then a meeting for the Workforce Partnership to continue reviewing the applications for the contract for WIOA. And they canceled the meeting for yesterday. So that's it.
I just have one item I'm going to bring up. The LCDC annual luncheon or meeting is going to be on January 20th at 11:30, and I've already told Becky I'm going to attend. So, Mark, if it's okay, if we could let her know she make reservations for anybody that wanted to attend. I think it is the 20th.
What day is that again?
20th.
20th.
It's a Friday.
Friday.
It's a Friday.
No,
It's at noon.
It's a lunch at the
Yeah.
community center.
11:30 to 1.
That well, we did that last year.
We went last
Yeah.
year.
And we had a table.
Just want to bring it up.
They'll get us signed up, I guess.
Yep, we might
I
as
just
well
have
just
one
get us
more
all.
question.
Yeah, go ahead,
Mr. Stevens. Is state commerce doing anything? Are they on the battery plant? Are they putting out anything? Or?
Well, they have a number of teams that are working on different areas, like a KDOT team and a team working on infrastructure and a team working on
Transit.
the transit's one
Yeah,
of them.
we have a, yep.
And the workforce, I think, is also
Yes,
a team.
and workforce is also.
But they have various teams, and the reason they're calling them teams, we brought this up, whether it be committees, they said it's teams because it's happening so fast. It's a really fast-moving thing, but it's all being handled basically through the Department of Commerce.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
And Douglas County has through their LCDC, through their development corporation, they have a separate committee that is working on just the battery plant issues and getting funding through the state. So I did address that with Lisa, as our development corporation should be at least making contact with Douglas County and seeing kind of what they're doing, and maybe we should be doing something similar.
Well, that's what I was wondering, if the county needs to make contact.
Keep up to speed.
Yeah, and Tom was at this meeting too, and
Oh,
Good, okay.
he's aware of this.
You know, does the city of Tongi do anything?
I think we may be a little behind the 8 ball on it, but I think we need to get up to speed.
Well, I'm just, County Road 1 interchange, stuff like that, and we might see something in the future. You know.
Well, on both the Workforce Partnership and the Transit Authority side, I've been working to make sure that Leavenworth is included in all of the plans.
Okay.
Great.
Well, like I said,
Commissioners,
Yes.
our staff has reached out to the appropriate people trying to see what kind of teams that are out there, if there's any potential for us to participate in those teams or at least be on the notification process. Doug Bach, who was the former Wyandotte County UG County Administrator, is their coordinator through the Department of Commerce. They hired him to kind of coordinate everything.
Okay.
So we're trying to make arrangements there. But yes, I think one of the very highly viable opportunities for Leavenworth County would be the leg of the outer loop that was run from K10 to I-70. If you look at their original plan from years ago, even it would connect somewhere around County Route 1. So we think that would probably be our opportunity best for Leavenworth County to get funding for infrastructure improvement for the county.
Okay. Well,
That's leads, and it actually, in the original outer loop plan, it led right to the sunflower irrigation
Correct.
plan. So I think that's what we'll try to get with the state and see if maybe there's an opportunity for a raise grant to help with that leg. As part of that project, it seems to make a lot of sense. But this is all happening in Johnson County, so we are kind of at the mercy of the state. And
well, I know, but
Just need to make sure we keep our relationship with the state
Yeah.
bolstered.
Have a good relationship and make sure we're at the table.
That's the key.
Vernon say if you're not at the table, seated at the table, you're on the menu.
That's a true
So I think
That's a very true statement.
I think we need to be present wherever we can be.
I agree, Doug. Okay, Mark, you have anything else? David, you have anything for this group?
Just my best wishes for the holidays.
Thank
That
you.
is all. I'll take a
Yep.
motion to
Here, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Smith,
All right.
Mr. Stephen.
Aye.
Aye. Mr. Thomas,
Aye.
and I vote aye. Thank you, everybody.